In a village hidden between red earth hills and whispering palm trees, there once lived a girl named Abeni. Abeni had no mother. She had no father. And she had no one to call her own. The villagers said she was born on the night the river flooded. Some believed she carried misfortune. Others simply ignored her. But what they did not know was that destiny was watching her. Abeni slept in a small broken hut at the edge of the village. Every morning before sunrise, she fetched water for people who never thanked her. She swept compounds where she was never invited inside. Yet every night, she would sit by the river and whisper, "One day, my life will change. I do not know how, but it will." And the river always whispered back. Far away, in the great kingdom of Ifiteo, lived Prince Adewale, the only son of the king. He had silk robes. He had golden sandals. He had guards that followed him everywhere. But he did not have freedom. The prince was to be crowned soon. Yet there was a secret. A terrible drought had struck the kingdom. Crops failed. Wells dried. The people were losing hope. The royal priest declared, the future king must marry a girl with a pure heart, one chosen by destiny, or the kingdom will fall. But how would they find such a girl? One afternoon, Prince Adewale escaped the palace disguised as a common traveler. He wandered far, too far. By sunset, he was lost. Thirsty. Exhausted. He collapsed near a small river, the very river where Abeni prayed every night. Abeni saw him. She could have ignored him. She could have searched his pockets. No one would know. But instead, she lifted his head, gave him water, and tore a piece of her only wrapper to clean his wound. When he woke up, he asked weakly, "Why help a stranger?" Abeni smiled. "Because tomorrow, I may be the stranger who needs help." The prince felt something shift in his heart. The next morning, royal guards found the prince. Before leaving, Adewale asked Abeni her name. She simply replied, "I am no one." But the prince never forgot her eyes. Back at the palace, noble families lined up their daughters for the prince. Rich girls in coral beads and gold chains. Yet none of them stirred his heart. Then he said something shocking. "I have found the one." The court gasped. A poor village orphan. Impossible. The chief's daughter, Adesewa, was furious. She had long believed she would be queen. She swore, "That girl will never step inside this palace." The royal priest demanded proof. 3 tests would determine the future queen. First test, the bowl of truth. Each girl was given a bowl of seeds and told, "Plant this overnight. Tomorrow, bring back what grows." The noble girls secretly replaced their seeds with sprouted plants. Abeni did not. The next day, she brought an empty bowl. The priest asked, "Why?" She answered, "Because seeds do not grow overnight. And I will not lie to be queen." The priest's eyes widened. The other bowls were exposed as fraud. Second test, the chamber of fear. Each girl had to enter a dark hut said to contain spirits. The noble girl screamed and ran out. When Abeni entered, she found a harmless snake trapped in a basket. She gently carried it outside. "Fear grows in darkness," she said. "Light removes it." The priest nodded again. Final test, the choice. Finally, the priest said, "You must choose the crown or the life you came from. If you become queen, you may never return to your old village." The crowd watched. This was her dream. Abeni closed her eyes. She saw the river. Her broken heart. The people who mocked her. Then she said softly, "If I become queen, I will not abandon my people. If that is forbidden, then I choose to remain who I am." Silence fell across the palace. Even the wind seemed to pause. The priest stood. Then he began to laugh. Not mockingly, but joyfully. The prophecy is fulfilled. He revealed a secret long buried. Years ago, during a flood, The king's newborn daughter had been swept away. The royal birthmark, a crescent moon on the wrist, was proof of royal blood. The priest gently held Abeni's arm. There it was. A crescent moon. She was never an orphan. She was the lost princess of the kingdom. The entire palace gasped. Prince Adewale stared in shock. The girl who owned nothing was royalty all along. Abeni was crowned not just because of her blood, but because of her heart. She ordered wells built in poor villages. Food shared equally. No child would sleep outside again. Adesewa, ashamed, later became one of her strongest allies. And Prince Adewale. He married not just a princess, but the girl who gave him water when she had nothing. Listen well. Riches may decorate the body, but kindness decorates the soul. Sometimes the one the world calls nobody is chosen by destiny. And the river always remembers.